Spine is erect. Take a deep breath in and breathe out through your mouth. Take a deep breath in and breathe out through your mouth. Take a deep breath in and breathe out through your mouth. Now just relax and focus on your breath. As you continue focusing on your breath, just listen to what I say. I have spent most of my life taking care of and focused on other people. As a result, I am burnt out and resentful. Now, I am getting to know myself. Today, I will listen to my thoughts and feelings. I will consider what I want and need, not just what others want and need. I will practice letting go of my desire to control and fix. Instead, I will focus on myself. When I get entangled in other people's problems, I will shift my focus back to myself, for that is all that I can control. Today, I will make time for self-care. I will do something that fills my body, mind, and spirit with goodness. I am learning how to relax and have fun. I am practicing staying present in this moment instead of worrying about the future or ruminating about the past. My life isn't perfect, and neither am I. If I find myself obsessing about other people or enabling them, I will offer myself compassion. Progress is my goal, not perfection. I will continue to take small steps towards knowing and caring for myself, and I will offer myself compassion along the way. Last 1 minute, friends. Get your awareness back to this physical world. Take a deep breath. As you breathe out, wiggle your toes. Take another deep breath. As you breathe out, wiggle your hands. Place your hands on your eyes and open once you're ready. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. That was really a short and a very deep meditation. Thank you so much. It was very difficult for me to come out. Thank you so much, Lakshmi. So, welcome all friends. We are on day 32 of a 49-day meditation challenge, and today we are going to know about pre-birth planning, which is given by Robert Schwartz. And before we go into the topic, I would like to share about a little bit about this wonderful master. In the year 2003, Robert Schwartz search took a new and surprising turn when he decided to consult with a medium. During this period of intense study and inner exploration, working closely with several mediums and channels, Schwartz open spent the next 3 years studying the pre-birth plans of dozens of individuals and learned that the events in their lives were neither random nor arbitrary, but rather part of a wisely conceived and intricate plan, a plan they themselves had bravely designed. So, this is a little bit about Robert Schwartz, friends, and now getting into the topic. The concept of rebirth planning, particularly the planning of painful challenges, is astonishing. Life challenges are a particularly powerful means of creating feelings, which are, in turn, vital to the soul's self knowing. These feelings cannot truly be comprehended by the mind. In fact, the mind is a barrier. In many ways, life is a journey from the head to the heart. We plan life challenges to facilitate this journey, to break open our hearts so we may better know and value them. The planning we do before birth is far reaching and detailed. It includes, but goes well beyond, the selection of life challenges. We choose our parents and they choose us. When and where we will incarnate, the schools we will attend, the homes in which we live, the people we will meet, and the relationships we will have. If you ever felt you already knew someone you just met, it may well be true. That person was probably part of your pre birth planning. When a place, name, image, or phrase seems oddly familiar the first time you see or hear it, the familiarity is often a vague remembrance of what was discussed before incarnation. When we enter the earth plane, we forget our origins in spirit. We know prior to incarnation that we will have such self induced amnesia. As divine souls, we seek to forget our true identities because remembering will give us a more profound self knowing. To obtain this deeper awareness, we leave the non physical realm, place of joy, peace, and love, because there we experience no contrast to ourselves. Without contrast, we cannot fully know ourselves. The physical plane provides us with this contrast because it is one of duality up and down, hot and cold, good and bad. The sorrow in duality allows us to better know joy. The chaos of earth enhances our appreciation of peace. The hatred we may encounter deepens our understanding of love. If we never experience these aspects of humanity, how would we know our divinity? Imagine you are originally from a place in which the most exquisitely beautiful music ever created plays. This music is rapturous, resplendent. As long as you have lived, you have always heard it. It has never been absent, nor has any other music ever been present. One day you realize that because you have always heard it, you have never really heard it. That is, you have never really known it. Because you have never known anything else, you decide, therefore, that you would like to know the music truly. How might you accomplish this? One way would be to go to a place where the music of home does not exist. Perhaps a different music plays a music that contains jarring notes or strident passages. This contrast would instill in you a new appreciation of the music you always heard at home. A second way would be to go to a place where the music of home does not exist and recreate it from memory. The experience of composing those magnificent sounds would give you an even deeper understanding of their beauty. A third possibility exists, one that is much more challenging, but that also holds the greatest promise. It occurs to you that a truly profound knowing can be gained by going to a place where the music of home does not play, and once there, recreating it, but only after you have forgotten what it sounded like. The experience of remembering and then composing the extraordinary symphonies of home would produce the richest, fullest, and most expanding knowing of their inherent grandeur. And so, bravely, you travel to the world that offers the third option. There, you hear music that you, lacking memory, believe to be the only music you have ever heard. Some songs are lovely, but many strike your ears as dissonant. These harsh tones foster within you a desire and ultimately a resolve to create original music. Eventually, you compose a masterpiece, and when it is finished, you remember something. The masterpiece you wrote is the very same music that you had played at home, and this recollection triggers yet another. You are that music. It was not something you heard outside yourself. Rather, it was you, and you were it. And by creating yourself in a new place, you now know yourself, truly know yourself, in a way that was not possible had you never left home. This is the experience the soul desires. A soul is a spark of the divine, a personality, a human being, is a portion of a soul's energy in a physical body. The personality consists of temporary traits that exist only during the physical lifetime and an immortal core that reunites with the soul after death. The soul is vast and goes well beyond any one personality, yet each personality is vital and dearly loved by the soul. Importantly, the personality has free will. Life challenges may therefore be accepted or resisted. Earth is a stage on which the personality enacts or deviates from the script written before birth. We choose how we respond with anger and bitterness or with love or compassion. When we recognize that we planned our challenges, the choice becomes clear and much easier to make. While we are in our physical bodies, our souls communicate with us through feelings. Our bodies are exquisitely sensitive receivers and transmitters of energy that tells us through feeling whether there is a match or a mismatch between who we really are, and the ways in which we are currently expressing ourselves. That we are capable of narrowing our perpetual range allows us to plan lives in which we play prescripted roles and thus provide challenges for one another. We hope we will respond to these challenges with love. If we are able to do so, after a physical lifetime, we will return to the spirit with a deepened understanding of compassion, empathy, and oneness that we temporarily screened from our own awareness. We plan life challenges to accomplish certain goals. One common objective is healing, specifically the healing of negative energies left unresolved from past lifetimes. We also plan challenges to balance karma. In truth, however, there is no punishment, simply a desire to balance karma. Similarly, because we have scripted the roles we play, we are not victims. No one is to blame. In fact, there is no blame. Live like gravity, karma is a neutral, impersonal law by which the world operates. If we stumble and fall, we do not blame gravity or feel victimized or punished by it. When we realize that karma works in the same way, feelings of blame, victimization, and punishment in regard to life challenges dissipate. An understanding of karma helps us to move beyond judgment. Most souls plan life challenges to be of service to others. This desire is a fundamental aspect of our true nature as eternal souls. When we are in spirit and aware of our oneness with one another, we view service as a basic purpose of life and see opportunities to serve as wondrous blessings. A light worker is someone whose life plan is particularly service oriented. Broadly, the term applies to anyone who is committed to helping others. As souls, we learn a great deal between incarnations, but the lessons become more deeply instilled in us when we concentrate them on physical plane. Learning while in spirit is similar to classroom work. Life on earth is a field study in which we apply, test, and enhance that knowledge, a powerful experience for the soul. As we enter the physical plane, we are love temporarily hidden from itself. When we remember who we really are, our inner light, our love, shines forth for all to see. Each of us is a seed that was planted within our world's current vibration. When we raise our own frequencies through the growth produced by life challenges, we raise the world's frequency from within. Like a single drop of dye added to a glass of water, each person alters the entire hue. As we create feelings of joy, even if we do so while living alone on a mountain top, we emit a frequency that makes it easier for others to be joyful. As we create feelings of peace, we resonate an energy that helps to end wars. Learning and healing from a specific life challenge rises the auric field of the one who has survived a challenge. Others in their presence know they have something that bathes them in hope and faith. Just as our energetic impact radiates throughout this dimension, so too does it extend throughout other dimensions, higher and lower. Higher does not mean better, nor does lower imply worse. These terms refer simply to the frequency. Higher dimensions vibrate at a faster frequency than ours and are therefore non physical, but they overlap and incorporate lower dimensions. In short, all is one. Incarnation does not literally remove us from our eternal home. Rather, it simply limits our capacity to see the non physical part of it. Death, then, is the dissolution of the veil that screened the non physical realm for us. When we are in spirit, we have a continuous awareness of our inseverable link with all other beings. We know we are one with one another and indeed the entirety of creation. Unqualified compassion and empathy are our very true nature. Although we have individual identities, we do not perceive that we are separate from other individuals. This fundamental concept is paradoxical to the human brain, which by design perceives the illusion of separation. When we as souls project a portion of our energy into physical bodies, we intentionally restrict our focus to that of the body, thereby blocking our perception of oneness. It's from this wonderful book, friends. I recommend everybody to read this book. It's Your Soul's Plan by Robert Schwartz. So, this is all, friends. And if there is anything that you wish to share, friends, please go ahead and you can share.
Hi, this is Anup.
Yes,
Thank you
Anu.
for the meditation, and I think it was a great learning. Just want to understand that such a meticulously planned journey, right, by soul,
Mhm.
sometimes it has been taken off the track by the virtue of free will, just
Yes.
because the body thought it or the
Mhm.
consciousness thought it that way.
Mhm. You're asking that question, Anupji? Is that your
Yes.
question? Or okay.
Yeah.
So as mentioned here, Anupji, that we always have a free will. So it's sometimes we resist. We come with a planning. Sometimes we don't want to take it in this lifetime, and we resist. And so we will postpone it to the next lifetime. So it's there is nothing that like that we are stopping. It's like we are postponing that learning to the next times or the next life. So everything is enough in our hands. Everything is a free will. So yeah, this is my understanding. And if somebody wants to add, friends, you can go ahead and add.
So we all have free will, but the fact of understanding the free will comes when we connect to our heart. If it is that we need to know, because sometimes every experience, situation that we are choosing is an act of free will, or is it an act that is going with the soul plan? So these things we can only connect when we drop our mind and connect to our heart. And in the end, it is not when we become aligned more and more. We don't want to even put an effort in understanding, is it my free will? Am I going out of my soul plan, or am I with the soul plan? We just live, because everything is an experiment on this earth plane. Thank you.
Thanks, Ram. Yes, Sharu. Please go ahead, Sharu.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Sharu.
So, I just wanted to add just one thing, that we come here without this knowledge of free birth planning. Even if we plan everything, be it our entry points, exit points, be it our challenges, be it everything, basically, what actually counts are the choices that we are making here on this earth today. These are the choices which we make through our own free will. And as far as the pre-birth planning or the blueprint is concerned, it is not that we are not aware of these choices there. There is choice 1, there is choice 2, there is choice 3 also. And this is what I wanted to say, that, as far as the choices are concerned, since we do not have any memory of that, but the pre-birth planning does not actually count here, because it is always the choices and the free will with which we make the choices that our life is made. So yes, we can be different from what we have planned in the pre-birth planning, but yes, the choices are also given there in the blueprint as well. For example, if we do not adhere to choice A, then there is choice B, which is also being considered. There is also choice C that is being considered. For example, even in the marriage also, for example, we have chosen choice A as our spouse, but when we come here, we do not feel a kind of a connection with that choice A we might have felt during that time when we are planning our birth. So what happens is, so we can go to our choice B. Okay, this is the person whom we think that is going to be a spouse who will help me grow. So just choices change as far as the situations are concerned. When we actually experience, as Ramsar said that it's about the experience that we have on this earth that changes everything, our choices and everything. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharu, for this understanding. Yeah. I hope, Anupji, it is clear for you. You have any other question?
No, thank you. I think it helps.
Thank you. Yes, friends, anybody wants to share anything? Okay, Ram, please go ahead.
There was this line when you were speaking in this article about you meet someone and you have this feeling that you know them, right? So although there had been many such instances, I never paid any attention except a couple of weeks ago, and having that happen very recently, that that time triggered me. A couple of weeks ago, we were at our friend's place for a meditation, and we were there. There were 5 people. I was there, and it was as if I met them. I know them very, very, very well, and I was smiling at them because I was, when you meet someone you know very well, there is no separation. You kind of uh, directly have a different interaction altogether. Not just interaction, even the way you feel the energy, or even the way you start to look at them. So I was there. It kind of was a funny thing for me, because my energy was, I know this person, and immediately they started to introduce themselves. Then I said, wow. So it was my feeling so strong that I know these people. I was telling to Madhu, all these 5 people I know. I know very well all these people. I don't know how, which way, but that was very funny. So when you were reading this, I was like, that's a very nice, funny, strong experience, I can say. So, it confirms this, that no one I have ever met in the past, I had been meeting for the first time. So, thanks to each one I have met in this lifetime, it could be physically or even on these platforms. I know that I'm not meeting any one of them for the first time. Such a wonderful feeling it is that we have all chosen in order to cross our paths, so that I can learn, I can experience. Not about learning, I can experience everything of everyone. So beautiful, that statement. Looks very simple, from all the content that is there, but that is something that really touched me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ram. Yes, very truly said. Yeah. Yeah, all the people whom we are meeting here in this platform, or outside, you feel you know them. And I remember him telling that day as well, these 5 people, the moment we entered the room, like he said, he just looked at them and he just smiled and he said, immediately he said, I know them, and it was really, really wonderful. And I see that you have already planned this event before in the other worlds, that this meditation should happen, and you should meet these people. So yeah, so thank you so much, Ram. Yes, friends, anybody else? Everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens just by chance, right, friends? This is what we've been hearing. So we are all here for a reason, to know each other, to learn from each other. To it's all we are meant to be together, may virtually, may physically. So,
Ram sir, it is also very surprising, one more thing, that there are alternate universes also where probably we are not having that kind of a relationship with that people here on this earth, but in the alternate universe we are having a very different kind of a relationship with the kind of affection and love with those people, and that is why we either feel aversion or affection towards those people here on earth. So there are alternate universes also where probably with the people whom we have aversion towards here on this earth, but on that alternate universe we have a beautiful relationship, we know them, and we recognize them. So probably you also had the same feeling when you met with these people. Probably you might be having an alternate in the alternate universe, you might be having a beautiful relationship with them, and there is a kind of familiarity when you saw them. So that is also one of the surprising things that is happening. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, that can also be possible. But I was about to tell them, come on, why are you introducing yourself? That was so very strong feeling to me. I never had such a uh, because I arrived there, they were sitting there. I said, oh, okay, okay. It's like meeting someone we know. Okay. So they were introducing. I was about to say out loud, hey, 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 we know, why are you introducing? But I do not remember exactly how I know them, but I know deeply that we know each other very, very well. Yeah, that could be a possibility. It sounds funny. I can still laugh when I remember that day. Thank you, Sharon.
Ram, can it also be that it could be from past life? Because I've heard about two great masters, wherein when it seems the first time that they met, they got, I mean, they had this kind of that enmity kind of a feeling, even though that was the first time they met, and they could not connect well with each other. And what the master said was, apparently they realized that through meditation, that they had same kind of feeling in their past life, because of which as soon as they faced each other, they could feel that. So past life experiences might also contribute to the way we feel about a person in this life too, right, Ram?
Yeah, yes, Bhavna. So many possibilities. Yes.
Yeah, but I definitely want to dive deeper into this alternate universe thing. If there's anything, any good books or something that you suggest to Ram or anyone.
Recently, I'm reading The Journey of the Soul. One of the new concepts I came across in that book was about um, when we are in the other world, how they speak, or let's say, how we as soul entities split ourselves and live in many lives, sometimes even in various dimensions. That was a new uh, topic for me when I read that. I did read in Strangers Amongst Us about, walk in and walk out. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular book had added this new topic to me, which is, we as a soul, not that we live only one life, but there is also a possibility that the soul, as we advance, in that book they speak about various stages of the soul. In stage 4 and 5, a soul can even be there, even be here in two different bodies, or in different dimensions or different planes, to experience and grow faster, or let's say to evolve faster. So if we speak about this one, I think I can recommend you also reading this book, Journey of the Soul, by Michael
The
Newton.
reason why I'm asking is when this happened in a dream wherein I felt I was there in multiple places, and then I didn't know what was happening to me, and so whatever, like I saw that someone, like one of my uncle came, and he told me that um, we are traveling with our friends, and so I was asking why are you here, and then he was telling me something that we are here with our friends, we are on a tour. And then at the same time, I was also experiencing another thing about a big lightning strike and trying to help people. So I remember all these events so clearly, and I was trying to discuss with one of the PSSM masters, because that was like around 6 or 8 months I'm into meditation. Then they told me that maybe you experience that yourself in multiple dimensions. So after I opened my eyes, and then after a while, when I saw my phone, I saw the exact message from my uncle saying that, that was the first message I got from him on WhatsApp, saying that, hi, we just want to share these pictures. We are here with our friends touring around. So that was like, yeah, and also experienced some healing. And I saw myself being healed by someone, some hospital kind of a scenario. These three things were happening at the same time. I could so clearly feel that. That is when they said you could be in multiple, you would have been in multiple dimensions, like your astral body. So I wanted to know more about it, but this is during sleep. But so you're saying that any of the experiences that we have could be because our soul is in multiple dimensions, even when we are awake?
Yeah, we know this statement that we are all one.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as we experience being separate, we are still learning to live that statement of we are one.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look deeper into that statement, look into it, we are one. What means one? One means everything.
Mm-hmm.
There is no space, there is no time.
Uh-huh.
Where are even dimensions in that?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is into it.
Yeah.
So as we, I think, as we keep experiencing these things, it's all about we are merging into that statement.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? When you are here, you are there, you are somewhere else, means all these, they're not different, but the same. And the same, as it grows and grows, becomes just one.
Everything is part of the same reality, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I do not know if there are any other books on this that throws more information. Maybe anyone else have any suggestions?
So alternate realities, there are not very many books on that. They're just excerpts or snippets in different books. They have mentioned there's not a particular book, because I have also been experiencing, in fact, 2 days or 3 days back, in fact, I saw myself in an alternate reality where I see myself clearly as, in some other place that is, a foreign country, and I'm going for a job. I have 2 kids, small 2 kids, and, I've got blue eyes, and I'm lean, I'm thin and tall, I see a household, a beautiful family. So, and it was very vivid, this imagery, and whatever I was going through was very vivid. So it's been quite a while since I also wanted to explore about this, but we do not have any special books which will tell us about the alternate reality or universes. But yes, there is a very brief mention in every book that we read. So there is a brief mention on that.
Did you experience this in your dream, Sharu, or
during my meditation time? Everything that I experience is during my meditation.
Wow.
In the dream time, it's very difficult for me to remember everything. But yes, during the meditation time, I go travel, I go to different worlds and go to the different dimensions. And especially, I talk and meet with the angels only during my meditation time. So there is where they take me, wherever they want to take me. So I just sit with an intention that I want to learn more from you, and I want to gather more information from you. So wherever you think I should be, please take me there. So I sit with that intention before I meditate. So that's what I do.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ram. The reason I gave the example is I was just trying to tell like what I've experienced in dream. Yeah, thank you so much.
Swapna, what we feel is you can read Immortal Talks, part 1 and part 2. That gives an understanding of this alternate universes or the parallel universes. It's a very little, like if you read that book, you will understand that how from within this body you can travel, you can be in a different places. So Lord Hanuman, it's a wonderful book. It's very it's not easy to understand. You have to read two to three times to go through that book. Part 1 and part 2 both are great, Swapna. So please go through that book.
Definitely, and it's by Shunya,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, by Shunya. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sure, Mother. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not
you
a
so
great reader, but suddenly of late I've been developing a lot of interest to start reading, especially on this topic of dimensions and realities.
No, this is really wonderful book. Patri sir recommended very long back this Immortal Talks Part 1, and it's a very small book. You can finish in a 2 days time. So
Wow, beautiful, very
yes.
happy.
So yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
Sapna. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, Madhvi.
Hello, good morning, all. Good morning,
Great.
Ram. Good morning.
Great.
Yeah, great. Great to see
Morning.
you all. Actually, I wish to meet you all personally, all in the group. I'm so excited to see those masters and experiences. Wow. I have one question actually. Uh, when we see somebody, we feel excited, or when we have so nice feelings, like for example, like flowers. And yesterday I happened to walk in the woods again, and there is a horses are there, and they were just looking at me, like as though they wanted to communicate and so on. And then I thought that okay, even I was very fond. I mean, I'm also very fond of the animals, so I was also started looking at them. That's kind of a attraction, or that's a kind of I don't know. It's some connection that I feel it's really good to have or talk or somebody. But at the same time, there are some people which we come across and we feel some kind of awkwardness or some kind of uneasiness. We feel it like as though, like when I saw Patriji, for example, that's a live example, as soon as I saw him, like I felt immersed, blessed, and like to see him personally, like even though it is on virtual, but still I felt so good, and there is so much in him. Like I could not talk anything, just I I was just literally literally getting tears in my eyes. So because it's like a kind of a real great to see him, and a pleasure, like so that kind of a feeling when I also get when I see some people, like, like a kind of awkward feeling and like uneasiness. And that time, what should I do? Uh, like it's not so good that other person really understand about it. It goes automatically. It's not that my personal enmity with them, or it is for me. I feel that this is not like my people, or some kind of a feeling. How do I overcome this actually? Not to
Mm,
show them so that they will get hurted for sure if I don't talk, or if I just step back, or you know
mhm.
and how do I come across, and how do I, and
Yes,
this often's.
yes, Madhvi. Like if you can, like I'll tell my example. There were so many people in my life who I did not feel connected to. Like whom I felt like these people are really causing me trouble, or their presence had, like made me uncomfortable. But later I've understood that, like we are all one. If there is any chance that to let go of them, I just leave them. Like I don't interfere in their life, or I don't let them interfere in my life. But if there is, I repeatedly meeting the same person again and again, then that means there is something that I have to learn from this person. That why is this awkwardness coming from? Where is it coming from? Where are the roots of it? May it be related to the past life, may it be related to the pre-birth planning, that this person has to come to your life in this particular situation, that you have to learn these lessons from this person. So maybe, sometimes, we feel certain things, we don't see the big picture, and we feel that what we see is the truth. So wherein we have to work with ourselves, we have to question ourselves, what is the root cause of it. So bit by bit, I understood that, like when I went deep into meditation, and when I practiced more and more meditation, I realized that we're all one. If even if there is any uncomfortable feelings for a person, then I just wait, and I just wait for the answer, like what is it that I have to learn from it. Even may it be from the people, or may it be from the situations, like so there is so much to learn. And if it is a person that we are not going to meet again, then just forget about it. Because we should not put too much energy into, like why and all these things. If it's just for one time, then you can just leave it.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Madaram.
and
Thank you. Hmm.
yeah, and
Got it.
like I always remember this story that we choose our own enemies. We choose our own enemies before coming to this birth. We choose the people who are giving hardships to us. In the other worlds, they are our best friends. Who are giving this tough situations to us. When we have this understanding, like then there is no difference. There is no, like you and me are separate. We are all one. The feeling we'll get into. Yeah. So just at that time, just breathe and just calm yourself down. If you don't feel uncomfortable in with somebody, just yeah. And if it is must that you have to be with that person for some time, just calm yourself down and just breathe. When you breathe, you will connect to your source, and that's where it calms you down.
Thank you so much, Madaram. I'll practice that. Let me see. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madhvi.
I just avoid actually, the only
Mm.
thing what I do is, yeah, if it is a strange outside person, okay, okay,
But if it is
let me go.
repeatedly,
Yeah, exactly. If it is within the family or within the friend circle, and
yes.
poor them, they did not do anything to me, like they did not hurted me, or they did not do, but that feeling of me, huh, they are not mine, like somehow this is not getting connected, or it's not, somehow I feeling so awkwardness with them, or looking at them, what are they, then I at the same time I don't wanted to show them, saying that they are not to me, or they are something. Yeah, I know for what it's coming, this is I understood lately,
Mm,
but I
mm,
wanted to calm myself, not to show them or not to hurt
yes.
them back, because unknowingly even I hurt them,
Mm,
which is not good at my part.
yes.
So that's I yeah, I learned this one. Thank you so
So
much. Yeah.
those times you just breathe, Madhvi. When you breathe, there is no, like there is no, like discomfort to you there. When you just breathe, you're with the source. So try doing that and you
Yes, I'll
see
do
how it
that. Yeah.
works. Yeah.
Yes, I'll do that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Yes. Yes, Vandana.
Hi, good morning, dear friends.
Good morning.
Just wanted to add, one of our friends was talking that she saw herself in different dimensions. So what just came to me is that the entire universe in its large picture is existing at the same time in all possible dimensions and realities, you know. So therefore, regression is one of the tools, you know, where we can access any time, past, present, future, and it enables us to heal it because of this only. And yes, another best tool is, of course, meditation. So when we sit in meditation with total focus, we have an access to all these dimensions, and the healing happens, the karma drops, and we become anew. That's what I wanted to add.
Perfect. Perfect, Vandana. Yes. I think when we practice more and more meditation, the karma doesn't drop. However, we get an understanding of how to deal with the situations. When we know how to deal with the situations, then there is no suffering. So when there is no suffering, then you understood the karma. See, for example, in my case, I had a miscarriage in 2009. Until and unless I don't know, like it is me who have created something somewhere. That's why I'm facing this. So I'm in chaos. I was in suffering. But when I understood that it is me who had done that, and I have to experience this, then the suffering ends. So the karma gets, as you said, balanced. So there is no karma going down. However, we have to go through. Any great master, like though they are practicing any amounts of years of meditation, they have to go through their karma, but the understanding of the karma will be there when you do these kind of practices. There will be no suffering. Yeah, and going to the regressions and all these things, it is really good. It is really good that you can access to the past lives or the other dimensions. For example, me, when I went to Dr. Newton's sessions for 6-day course in India, I have experienced the life between life states, like what happens in the other worlds, and like who all I met, and I've seen the whole big picture, and that's how you get an understanding. Yes, for sure, if one wants to really, that is inside in them, that they want to know more about it, or they have some unresolved issues that it is happening again and again. So then it is recommended to get to a regression, past life regression, or all these things. But meditation is the ultimate for anybody, where you can sit with yourself and you can connect to that universe. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vandana. Yeah. Yes, friends. Anybody else? Okay. So, friends, tomorrow morning we will be having this topic of Brad's Tiger. It's the topic's name is One with the Light. Is tomorrow's topic, and today evening we will be having Master Yana's session. So please do join us, and please keep meditating and keep sharing what you have and what you can. And until we see each other in the evening, friends. Namaste to all. Bye bye.
Madhuram, I have a one question on the
Yes, yes.
article you asked us to write.
Mm.
Yeah, you want us to write the experience what we had all these days with the enlightenment on that, or how,
Yes,
or the
yes.
experience on the meditation
No, experience on enlightenment on no death, including your personal experience, like
on this
all
topic
these things
related.
on this
Ah,
topic related.
okay,
Yeah,
great. Yeah, I'll write. Yeah, thank you.
perfect. Thank you so much, Madhvi.
Give me your email ID also so
Yeah,
that I
I will
can send.
send. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
send it. Yeah,
thank you. Thank you.
thank you. Yeah. So, all right, friends, then. Bye bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank
Bye
you
bye,
so
Sharu.
much. Thank you. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye,
Have a
Punita.
great day.
Thank you.